Jenna Ortega has had a great career up until this point, starring in the hit Netflix series Wednesday and now Scream 6. It's safe to say she's carving out a great career for herself so far, and while a lot of her success is down to luck, I do think she was quite deliberate and calculated with a lot of the roles she accepted up until this point in her career. And in this video essay, I'm going to go over why I think Jenna Ortega is changing the way Hollywood represents women in films, and why she will have a lasting impact on the landscape of the movie industry. Firstly, what Jenna Ortega does, which is so different and unique from anything we've seen recently by actors of her age, is bring a sense of groundedness and stoicism to her characters. Don't get me wrong, she definitely shows a lot of emotion within her characters, however it comes across as a controlled emotion, and it draws us in as audience members. She almost presents herself as this hard to crack puzzle, and it allows the audience to lean into her characters and become invested in figuring out their character arc. While a lot of other young actors display their emotion to us in a way that tells us exactly how they're feeling, whereas Jenna asks you to figure out how her character is feeling instead, which is great because it projects a sense of strength in her characters, which we don't often see in modern day cinema. Nowadays, so many female characters are so poorly written in the sense that they aren't emotionally strong and don't ever seek to control themselves or fix their flaws, but rather externalize everything and say that everyone and everything else is the problem and they all must learn to deal with herself. Whereas Jenna Ortega brings us back to the days of female characters having internal demons and having to do the inner work to fix them and allow the character to grow. Much like great female characters such as Joan Crawford in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and Joan Fontaine as Mrs. De Winter in Hitchcock's Rebecca. For some reason, Hollywood's gotten our heads that we've never had good female characters, and classic cinema was all racist and sexist. However, the problem is that there wasn't enough. It's not that there wasn't at all. And it's resulted in us receiving these horribly self-centered, one-dimensional female characters of today. And I'm glad actors like Jenna Ortega and Emily Blunt are pushing back against this and delivering great female characters in their films. Secondly, another great aspect of Jenna Ortega is the way she is deliberate and meticulous with the roles she chooses. She has admitted to being a writer in her personal time, and I think this skill has served her well as she always chooses such great stories to tell, as she clearly knows a good script when she sees one, and since leaving Disney Channel has only produced quality work with quality characters. In today's day and age, it's hard to avoid poorly written female or male roles, but Jenna Ortega has. All you have to do is look at her filmography, and you'll see great characters like Ellie in New Season 2, to Veda Cavell in The Fallout, and of course Wednesday Addams. They are all so unique and emotionally different, however they are all tied together with the same thread, as each one of those characters are internally challenged, but push through those struggles to overcome them and grow as a person. And this is a sign of a powerful person and a powerful story, that arguably does more for female empowerment than stories like She-Hulk and the remake of Mulan. And in her recent film Scream 6, she proved that she can also be the co-lead in a high-budget feature film and franchise, and holds the same star power as actors like Neve Campbell and Saoirse Ronan. Despite being small, she holds this big quality, and it's hard to keep your eyes off her character when watching Scream 6, as she demands and controls the attention and vibe of every scene she's in. She continues to go from strength to strength as an actor, and this latest performance definitely cements her as a key figure in Hollywood that is here to stay. Lastly, I want to end this video on a hopeful note, as I hope that actors like Jenna Ortega can have a lasting impact on Hollywood, and change the future of female characters in the mainstream movie industry, as we need to get out of this horrible one-dimensional rut that we are in, and start developing and telling great stories of strength, struggle, and emotional development that can actually teach us something and impact the next generation who watch these films. At the end of the day, the whole point of art is to give a perspective and impact the viewer, so why not create characters that can actually impact young women, rather than just ask for an impact? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video.